Hi, I'm Lisuri and from ESR JC, and I'll be explaining about conditional statements of if, elf, and else. So these terms will provide the user with the decision making that is required when executing code only when a specific condition within the body is met. If the statement is true, the body of the statement will be executed. If it's false, it will be skipped from execution. The advantage of these conditional statements is that it allows for the conditional execution of the code. A disadvantage is that it can make the code complex and difficult to read occasionally. So, an example of the conditional statement, starting off with if. Let's take number is equals to 10. If number is more than 0, which it is, then number is more than 0, as if the number is negative, no statement will be printed, which is where the else condition comes in. So else, as long as the number is not more than 0, it will execute this statement. So change the number to -10 and so now we'll move on to the else statement, which is after if and before else. Number is equals to 0. So changing the number to 0, the else statement will be executed as it's true. So in this code, the if statement will be checked first, and if the if statement is false, only then it will move on to the else statement. And if the else statement is also false, it will move on to the else statement. In these conditional statements, there can only be one if and there can only be one else, but there can be multiple ifs within the code. The difference between if and else is that the code will always check if the if statement is true. The code will only check the else statement if the if and else statement, if there is above it, are all false. Similarly, the code will only check the else statement if all statements of if and else above it are false. There can also be if statements within another if statement, such as if the number is more than 9, making it in the double digits. So change the number to say 20. Both number is more than 0 and number is also double digits will be printed. Finishing it off, else, where the number is a single digit, and changing the number to 5. It will also be carried out. So an example of this can be this is an example of the practical usage of conditional statements, where there's an example of the question where the number is inputted and it will be checked through the different range to find the corresponding grade where the mark falls within. So feel free to try the question out, and the answer will be provided in the comments down below.